It is I, it is he, it is me, Etepwakuian P-double-D, cooler than a polar bear in a bowl of ice water. Not married to the game, but I go up in it regularly. How you doing? Welcome to Monday Night Going in Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us this week. I am Etepwakuian in the place to be reviews. I am right here with all of you this balmy Monday evening, and joining me this evening is the panel, and it is a good one at that. Hail to the chat. First of all, Admiral Tiberius, Keely Chow, Flair X, and I see you up top, boo-boo. I see you. I'll get to you soon. I'll get to you. Don't you worry, baby boy. I'll get to you. But joining me first, the man to my right, he is the Don of 2 Cents Toys. Ladies and gentlemen, all hail Salvador.
Hello, salutations. I'm here. I've had a day, and I'm pretty interested to see our friend show up in the chat a little bit more.
Thank you for joining us, Sal. Thank you, brother. I do appreciate it. I know it's been a rough week, but thank you for joining us, my man.
Thank you.
It is good to have this man in the lower right-hand square joining us again. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the last standing Samoan of world-class bullshitters. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Rig Nik Uttam.
I'm glad to be here Monday nights in the Raw, as usual. Help, here with Pete and the guys, having a good time, because it's Monday. Mondays suck. You need something to get by.
And we're here for you. We're here for you every Monday without fail, ladies and gents. That is right. And last, but certainly not least, he might be last on the roster this evening, but he's number one, numero uno in your corazon. For non-Spanish speaking viewers, that is your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony ToneDef.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the world's wokest warrior, primitive-sided, toxic fanboy aligned with the like-minded. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Gentlemen on the panel, I just want to shout out to Sal. Congratulations on the recent success.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Definitely. And Nick, it's definitely an honor. Now check this out. I'm 38 years old, but I grew up listening to you, so put that together, man.
Oh my God. I'm very flattered, sir. I'm very, very flattered. we always try to do good shows and make sure everybody has fun on them whenever we go live and do our thing every Thursday.
Definitely. And Pete, thanks again, man. Always a pleasure to be on the show.
Oh, man, it's my pleasure to have you, brother. Thank you all for joining me this evening. And like I said, thank you all in the chat. I do appreciate each and every one of you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're not. You're here with me. And God damn it, I appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. Mi gente, thank you so much. Yes. So this evening, actually, before we get started, Tony, quick funny story for actually Nick, too. You were talking about listening to him growing up. You made the joke. I was telling Nick earlier that when I was living in Big Rapids, when Jeff was doing Good Morning Pop Culture, I would listen every morning, and it's while I was like doing stuff because I was home with my son. Now my son is listening, and especially when they did the Halloween, the watch parties for the horror movies. Okay, so my kid literally, like, he knows, like, so today I was like going through who was on the show tonight, and I was like, I'm gonna ask Nick to be on from WCBS, and he literally, without even missing, I'm not even joking, he says world-class bullshitters. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like I was like, okay, bud. I'm like, don't say that. Okay. I was like, it's WCBS. He goes, WCBS. I'm like, all right. He goes, world class. No, son. No, that's the name, but don't say it. But yeah, dude, he's like, okay, Dad, I'm sorry. I was like, that's a bad word, but that's their name, Dad. Yes. But you can't say it, buddy.
Yeah. We're planning our Halloween stuff right now because I think Halloween's gonna get canceled, which I fucking hope not. But we are planning to kind of go hard in the paint for Halloween and kind of get some things together for that. So this way, whenever it happens, we at least have things going on. Maybe I mean, we're going to talk about them over the next couple of weeks and really nail things down because I love Halloween. The guys love Halloween. It's really fun holiday for us. We're horror fans. We love it. So we're going to talk. I'll talk with them and see what we can come up with because I think like people really need some entertainment for Halloween when it comes around because we need some stuff going on.
Oh, absolutely, man. It is like, it was funny because we just had 4th of July, and happy 4th of July to everybody. Hope you guys had a great holiday weekend out there, safe, and everybody's here and in one piece. Nobody lost any fingers to fireworks or anything. Everybody got everything intact. But seriously though, they shut the bars down on July 3rd here in Michigan at 11 p.m. It's like, you motherfuckers, are you just like, literally, dude. So like, it's like everybody, like, town is packed, right? And dude, this town is 8,000 people. There was probably like at least 15,000 people here last weekend. Like, it was packed. Now I left on Thursday when it was starting to like get filled up, and like my friends like, dude, you can't move, like, and then they shut all the bars down. Now this town is a resort town. At one point there was 35 bars here around this lake where I live. God. 35. All right. Now a hole in the walls to like, there's one really huge, nice one on the lake, drive up dock, downstairs bar, pay, all that shit. Great. But yeah, she shut them all down. If you make 70% or more of your revenue on alcohol, you're closed. It's like, jeez. Oh, so yeah, they all just open back up. But a lot of them around here are restaurants too, so they can, kind of still find their wiggle room to operate. But I talked to one local tavern owner who I know relatively well, and he said, I'm not shutting down. He goes, I lost enough money. He goes, I'm not shutting down anymore. He goes, I'm done. And it's like the point being, it was like, it's like everybody comes here. It's like, it really hurts, it really hurts, resort areas like that, your whole income for the year, to see that happen is like, you give it the fun and then you take it away, you bitches. It's like Brie Larson. YouTube was fun, and then that bitch comes in and she takes it away. Now we're all this. I want to talk about this in the intro segment here, because this is our riff segment.
He's back.
He is.
Yeah, he's back. He's adding Keely Chow.
Oh my god. Good evening, Mesum. Hey, buddy. Hey,
this
buddy.
This motherfucker. Okay.
How you doing, pal? You are a stalker. Stop stalking Brie Larson, Keely Chow. Trump say Chinese. How do you know what Keely Chow is? Are you assuming because of his name that he? Wow, dude.
That sounds pretty racist there, Mountain Sir.
Yeah, that sounds really racist right there.
That's hey, when you try to call out racist and then you act racist.
Now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Oh shit.
Oh, you got nobody to blame for that, man. That's on you, SA. That's on you there. What are you still down to rambling?
I'm pretty sure Homeboy's not an SA either, so
the orange Hitler hates Chinese people. I have a Chinese hat I can go put on right now for you if you find that more offensive. I can hear. You know what? Fuck it. Here,
today's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days.
Hey, Mansoor Jugger. I don't think Keely Chow can see you, but we can see you.
Oh man, this is Come on,
there you go, pal.
Pete. There you go, Pete.
This is talking.
This is legitimate. This came from China. My wife bought this in China in 1993. So am I appropriating? I think I'm staying cool in here.
There's racism.
Listen, man, it's still sunny, and you need your shade. That's all it is, man.
There. How's that? How's that? You are a stalker. Stop stalking Brie Larson.
Yeah, see, he's showing up in our chat, but he's not showing up in the live chat.
Yeah. See, he's here. Why don't you come out and play, buddy? Come on, man. This is fun.
That's I went through. I unhid him, so I don't know where he went, but he's not in the live chat, but it's in our private one up here.
Okay. Yeah. This is But anyway, so Brie Larson is now on YouTube, as everybody's aware of, which is that's a lot of.
There he is.
Is he back?
Yeah, now he's showing up.
All right.
Mr. Mansoor Abdulwale Jugger.
Ooh.
Full names and everything.
Oh, yeah, I know his full legal name. Dude, I know where you live. I know your phone number. I know where you went to high school. I know everything about you.
Oh, shit.
See, dude, you come over here trying to play around and shit. And
you got Liam Neeson, man.
You get.
I know what room your house. I know what room is it. What room you're in your house. I know where your house is. I know what it looks like. I know your address. I know your family members' names, how old they are, and where they went to high school. I won't say all that online. I won't put it out there for everybody, but just know that I know.
He knows. He
Yep.
knows things.
Homeboy, you just got reviewed.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the place to be reviews, bitch.
Well, I mean, he is a fucking basement dwelling virgin asshole, so it's fine.
Well, not actually, because his house is only one story. It's one floor.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say.
Okay, he's an attic dwelling virgin asshole then.
He lives in a crawl space and they feed him fish heads. He's like Bart Simpson's fucking evil brother from that Halloween episode of The Simpsons. Hey, and buddy, you got nobody to blame because you know why?
You have done that yourself.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah. So, Mansoor, since you're here, why don't you explain to me in the chat what exactly happened to the Monster Jugger YouTube channel? Because you kind of talked and said there was copyright struck. So, I mean, you had like 2,000 subscribers at one point, and I just wonder how many of them are yourself, because you seem to always have a new channel every time you're talking to us. Like, you have 2 right now that you're talking to us with, so be very interested to hear how your channel first even got 2,000. Like, were you like really articulate and got hit by a city bus or something at one point?
He was that dude that got hit by a bus and how high? I got your back, dog. No matter if you get hit, if I got hit by a bus.
I made it. I can't feel my legs, but I made it.
By a bus. Yes, I did.
I like to think that if he has like a Word document open on his computer with all these copied and pasted, because that's much more articulate than he can even speak. Like, I understand like illiteracy rates are kind of high in certain parts of Daytona, Florida, but
is that
I'm curious, like, because you can read and write, like that's part of literacy, but speaking, I don't know, man. Was like your right lobe like somehow separated from your left lobe or something?
Yeah, it's in his ass.
Oh yeah.
The knee bone's connected to the dick bone. This motherfucker is copy. He's like copy pasta up here. Look at this.
Oh yeah, I see that.
wait, and let's see. White immigrants weren't always considered white and acceptable. Italians, Greeks, Poles, Hungarians, Slavs, and European groups had to overcome prejudice over many years. And he still asked Kung Flu, Keely Chow, Trump. What the fuck?
What does this have to do with Brie Larson?
I know. Look at here. There's Men's Room says, I'm shocked a follower of Cheese Larson would be speaking about race.
Well, I'm honestly surprised that he's able to look at a keyboard that long, because he does love to stare at the ceiling.
I know, he stares at the ceiling all day and goes, and then you tell your... Oh, wait, that's not him. Never mind.
Yeah, he stares at the ceiling and drools a lot, too. Yeah, that's real awesome.
Here's my live stream. I'm going to stare at the ceiling for 45 minutes, and I will complain about white people, but then I'll talk about how hot white nerd girls are, and then...
And simp for wrestlers on his Twitter.
Yep.
God.
Yeah. How many Twitter accounts you got shut down there, bud? How many Twitter accounts?
At least one that shut down.
Yep, you got one that shut down. You got an Instagram that's probably on the way to getting shut down there, fella. So
he's a simp, man. It's fine.
Yep. Oh, he is, dude. He's a fucking big time simp.
He probably has the new Brie Larson video like on repeat, just jerking off like for hours upon hours, just wanking away at that computer screen, just covered in like just cum everywhere.
Oh.
Whoa! Don't do that. He might explode. Calm down.
He just finished. Don't come in, Mom. There's a ghost in here.
Oh no!
There's ectoplasm.
Oh no!
Are you winning, son?
At Nik Larson, please give your wife our best regard. Oh.
I will. Don't worry.
I gotta pull that meme up, Nick.
Oh, please do. Please.
I got a message this morning from a gentleman by the name who shall remain nameless until I pull this meme up. And
I'm pretty sure I know who it is because
yeah. And he said, "Hey, I need you to make this meme." And I said, "Well, I've done it before. I can probably do it again. Let me see just what I can do for you." And I was sent this meme template. Now, the subject of this meme did not make it easy for me because, well, there's very few photographs that are of the angle that I need and I require. And right now I'm kind of stalling because my browser is being a dick. So, but yeah, so you didn't make it easy, fella. You didn't make it easy, but I persevered, and you know what? I think what came of it was nice, and I don't know why I just didn't do this in the first place. My God, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm as dumb as fucking Mansour Jugger.
Yeah, I like his name. Like it's pronounced Mansour, but I'm pretty sure we just call him Mansour.
He is Mansour.
That sounds like that sounds like if you had to describe him as a flavor, he's Mansour.
Pralines and dick.
Pralines and dick. I'm pretty sure if Benjamin was a flavor, he'd be pralines and dick. All right. Now, here is the photo in question. Let's see here. Let's go over here. No.
Brie Larson has more subs than you do. Yeah, she has more subs than you also, Mansour.
There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Basmati Blues starring Nik Uttam and Brie Larson.
Dude, that's awesome. I fucking love that shit.
Journey
I mean, I'm probably pissing off Homeboy right now because he's like, she's mine. She's mine.
He's got his face plastered. He's got that poster all over his room. Journey to a place with a rhythm all its own, where Brie Larson saves Nik Uttam.
Oh my God, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that Nik, you're gonna get your own drop with that, mate. I think I'm gonna put some music over that shit. I have to find some. I'll culturally appropriate some music. And put
please
it
do. If you need any help from me, man, I'll throw you some stuff on YouTube that I found. I think I gave a bunch of Hindi music to Dion that he loves, and I got so much stuff you can pull off. So yeah.
Please do. Let's see. You are a stalker. Stop stalking Brie Larson. ETEP. Brie Larson's video has more views than you do. ... on YouTube.
Yeah, she has more views than him too. So what's his point?
Yeah. Hey,
she got more views than a lot of people, man. What's your point? You're stating the obvious now. You're not really.
I have more subs than you do on YouTube. You gotta praise me.
Yep.
Yeah, I passed your ass.
You got a simp for him now. Mansoir.
Fucking Dorito tits.
Dorito tits. Yeah. Hey, Mansoir.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
He just came again.
Where's the fat guy with goofy teeth and big eyes? Raiders of the Lost Flicks. Oh, dude, now you got to bring up people that aren't even on here, bro. Like, really, dude. Now you're gonna talk to. Okay, I'll tell him you said that, man. I'm sure he'll have some choice words for you. So show up Friday night, buddy. Show up Friday night again. We'll roast your dumb ass again. You can stare at the ceiling and sit there and fap off while we talk shit about you because you're a masochistic idiot.
Yeah, because we have friends and we can have a good time on Fridays, and he can't because he doesn't know how to leave his fucking house.
Nope. Oh, hey, what's up, Leo Red? How you doing, man? Leo Red stopping by to say what up. What's up, Leo? Hope you're good, brother. I haven't got any pictures or videos lately, buddy. So I take it things are going well. We're good there. I hope all is well, my man. And thanks for stopping in, dude. Hope you're safe. Let's see. Oh, he goes back.
His name should be "You Are a Stalker. Stop Stalking Pete." Because
I know,
he
man.
shows up on all your streams. Like no matter what stream you're on, he shows up. So who's really the stalker here, Mansour?
Yeah, that's really the point. Like, I mean, come on now, man. You're just doing it to yourself.
Again, dude. Again, you have done that yourself. You fucking idiot. So, God, this guy is just like. I mean, seriously, it's like the dude in Casino. Was it Casino? Getting hit in the head with a bat. Pesci's brother, when they got him out in the field, or was that?
Yeah.
It's Casino.
They got him out. Little Nicky when he got hit in the face with a shovel.
Yeah, he does kind of resemble Little Nicky when he gets hit in the face with a shovel. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Emperor Steve, the franchise from Franchise History TV. You showed up right here. You showed up in time for the roast.
Oh, I did.
You showed up in time for the roast, man. We're having turkey.
All right, let me begin. Let me begin with Nik. How's your marriage to Brie going so far?
Hey man, so far I've only had to pull the race card 3 times today, so we're good. She keeps trying to say shit to me. I'm like, well, I'm talking to a college guy. You can't talk down to me. That's racist.
You know what we should start calling him?
What's that?
We should start calling him Simple Jugger.
Simple Jugger.
Simple Jugger.
It's making my eyes rain.
I see Brie Larson in my head dreams.
Oh, I'm gonna make that meme now. My head dreams. Those movies in my head I have when I go night and dream about touching the rabbits. Okay,
man.
Jenny, you go have fun with the Black Panthers, and I'll raise the AIDS baby. Man, sour jugger, everybody. Man, sour jugger.
Oh, man. That was fun.
This dude is just like it's you've made the first fucking 20 minutes of the show like just breeze by like nothing, man. So thank you for playing this evening. Now shall we see our guest to the door?
Yes, I will do that right now.
All right, yep, one of the wrenches. Go ahead and
wait, no, I gotta take it back.
What'd he say?
He said, he decided to define Uncle Tom for us.
He also defined the name Brie, but he forgot it's a cheese.
Is he trying to come after me with that freaking lame ass insult?
Well, I mean, he didn't say it till he showed up, Steve.
Wow,
So
he's wow, dude. That's kind of racist there, bro.
Hate speech.
That is hate speech. I mean,
yeah.
And that's funny because this is Steve is not the first black man he said this to on my show. Wow, that's kind of the opposite. You're actually, like I said earlier, I played the clip. You've become what you swore to destroy. So yeah,
yeah, man. He can't keep track of shit. He's not that smart. Come on.
No. All those multiple personalities get running together up there once the meds wear off, and it's an episode of Criminal Minds in his head, you know.
Shit, man. Take some more lithium and calm your ass down.
Yep, go beat your dick like it owes you money to your fucking Brie Larson video. It's 20 minutes long. Enjoy, fella, and ram your head into a wall and call it a night, fella. There you go.
Yeah, please for all of us.
Yep, night, fuck boy. All right, one of the wrenches. Let's take the trash out.
Yeah, he's gone.
We're done with you. we're fucking done with you. All right, so that has been the roast of Man Sour Jugger, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Now I think we can get the show underway.
I'm reading his messages on here, his comments.
Oh, dude,
they're funny.
It has been a trip so far. So in short, I think somewhere 20 minutes ago, I was going to talk about Alison Brie apologized for playing a Vietnamese character on another animated show. Okay, Florence Pugh is apologizing for cultural appropriation of bindis, and she braided her hair. Superheroes are now problematic because they're cops with capes. And these are all things that fairy tale creatures and SJWs read about. So like this has been one hell of a all this happened like over the 4th of July. Like all this stuff like comes out, and it's like, and then DC Comics like refuses to like even acknowledge the 4th of July, and it's like, hi, how you doing? This is the United States of America. Nice to meet you. What can we just say what the fuck is going on here for a minute? Can we just please stop, pause, and say wait, can we just back the truck up? Let's just beep. All right, I mean, does anybody have a problem with Florence Pugh's fine ass putting braids in her hair? I mean, really? Like, is that?
I don't know who that is.
She was in Midsummer, Little Women. She is Yelena Belova in the Black Widow movie. She's basically the new Black Widow.
Something I won't watch. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, hold on. She braided her hair in what? Did they look like little rows of corn, and that was the problem? Was that it?
I believe she did like the corn rows, like the tight rows right down to her scalp. Yeah,
and she wore one bindi one time and felt really guilty about it. Okay,
she made a huge statement on Instagram about it, like a huge, like, you know, the celebrities go on like for like 17 fucking paragraphs. I don't know if any of you follow Michael Rappaport on there. I follow him because he's insane, and it's been great since the coof started because he's went even crazier with his shit on Instagram now. But yeah, it's like he's one of those people where if he types something, you better just get your popcorn ready because you're usually in for a good laugh. You know, old what's his most famous? Yeah, Remy the skinhead there in Higher Learning.
Oh jeez,
remember that? Yeah, Peppermint, Mr. Williams, Mr. White. Good old Larry. Was that Larry Fishburne was the professor? Yep, I've seen that movie 100 times, man. But yeah, this shit is just like, so yeah, man. So she apologized. Now Alison Brie's apologizing for playing another cartoon character another voice actor complaining, or apologizing for a cartoon a cartoon voice. This is to me okay, like movie roles. Let's actual movie roles. I can understand. Okay, look, like the whitewashing thing. Like if a character is, by like your source material supposed to be, it's like Tom Cruise being the Last Samurai. All right.
Yeah, that's a little fucked up. It's a little fucked up.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, if it's like blatant, like you're talking about, like, hey, we're gonna remake Roots for the modern age. All right. Well, I think we should have Christian Bale play Kunta Kinte. Wait, what the fuck? No, man. No.
I mean, he can probably pull it off, but I mean, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard for him to lose weight to be black. So
I don't.
You'll do it.
How much Christian Bale will commit to that role? It'll be between him and Matthew McConaughey, who can get skinnier.
Oh my God.
But I mean, like, really, like, I mean, if it's something like that blatant, like, yeah, you obviously don't fuck with it. But like, I mean, these little things, like, they're like, the one dude in Hellboy, I can't remember the actor's name. He was up for a role in Hellboy, and Daniel Day Kim ended up playing the role. But it was like, well, no, we can't. It's just like, okay, I mean, some of these smaller roles, whatever, I mean, just pick the best actor. But I mean, if it's a lead role that's like pertinent to a character, yeah, don't do any like major race or gender swaps with that. That just doesn't make any sense to me. It never did.
Yeah. Well, I guess Jamie Foxx has to apologize for being Electro.
Yeah. What the hell, man? Does he have to apologize for the movie or just like the I mean, because it really wasn't, I don't really think it was really bad writing for his character. I mean, because Jamie Foxx is a damn good actor. Does he have to apologize for acting blind too, because he's really not blind? Because he played Ray. Does he have to give the Oscar back now?
Yeah,
man. They should have got a blind African American actor to play Ray. The fact that he did it is I think the worst thing ever. It's an atrocity in my opinion. Really,
Stevie Wonder could have done it, but he didn't want to cut his hair. He didn't want to cut his hair, man. Stevie was like this. I got to turn the camera on to do it. God damn it. Lord, I apologize. Stevie was like, no, I'm not cutting my hair. No, not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. I ain't doing it. I ain't cutting my hair. I'm going to hell for that. God damn it. But no, man. But no, seriously. So this whole thing, and then, like I said, it's just like the superheroes being problematic now. It's just like, and then the woman who wrote the article, we all know the article from Time Magazine. It was like somebody, it was almost as if she'd never opened a comic book in her life and listened to Anita Sarkeesian.
She was so off. I tried to read that like online, like on the live stream. It was I had to pause for a minute to actually reread it like 10 times to realize that like she's like either dumb or semi-retarded, because I don't think she ever read a comic book in her life. I'm going for letter A. She's just dumb.
As my old lady would say, is you dumb or is you stupid?
I think in this case, the author, well, I can't remember her name. Doctorman. It was something Doctorman. Yeah. She has about as much acumen for comics as Ghislaine Maxwell has for staying alive, which those of you who get that reference know that she's on the shit clock because they diagnosed her with COVID in jail. So should we just start? All right, fuck it right now. Official pool. How long until somebody commits suicide for her?
Oh, I don't think they're stupid. I don't think they're that stupid this time around.
I don't think they will. I think that she'll die of natural causes. Well,
like I said today, they came out and they said she was diagnosed with COVID. So I give her like 3 days until she dies of COVID. I'm like, this is the fastest fucking acting. Fucking this is this like the disease from The Walking Dead?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems to be only when they need it to be for like this, that woman. Like, I give it 3 or 4 days. We're gonna be like, oh, if she died from from COVID, it's like, really? Can we get an independent mortician to come in there and look at her, because I don't believe you motherfuckers.
She dies in two days of COVID. Hang on, let me call in my international coroner. I call him the critical drinker. He looks at her. He's like, nah, it'll be fine. Look at her. She drank herself to death. Fuck it. She is good. Pour another pint in. Let's set her up and go.
Yeah, that's too obvious they did something like that. Come on.
I just,
right.
it's so funny. I mean, I hate to make jokes about it, but it's like I want to watch that Filthy Rich on Netflix. Everybody's telling me I gotta. I just have not had time to watch it yet, especially because of the Epstein, deal. But yeah, this whole thing. It's grown into like a parody. Like you can see her. Like I can see the guards walking around. I know one of them has his phone in his pocket and he's playing the Benny Hill music. Either that or every time they walk away from the cell, it's like the Larry David fucking dun, 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 until one of them turns around and shrugs and she's just dead. It's like, whoops. Oh, I mean, it's just yeah,
because I mean, this bitch was arrested, and everybody's watching it really closely, and it's kind of like if like they're waiting for something to happen because the minute it does, it's gonna be like, oh, you fucked up. We know you killed her, like you did Epstein. Like we know. Like don't fucking deny it.
You know who could get away with it?
Who?
And the Shape from Halloween 5. To bring this thing back to pop culture, the end of Halloween 5 is how it's going to happen right there. Why has nobody said that yet? Because I am a fucking genius. That's why. That's what's gonna happen right there. Halloween 5 ending. Bam, I'm calling it. Hey, Chris Wicks, how you doing, brother? Thank you for joining us, my man. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you in the chat, sir. It's been a while. Flair X says I'm not pocket bandit. Raise double dog. Menzer says so. Maxwell didn't kill herself, not yet. Nobody has committed suicide to her yet, or for her.
all of a sudden, where is he? Where is she locked up at?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm about to say,
I don't know.
If it's somewhere like New Hampshire, all of a sudden there's a freaking earthquake happening, and she died in something stupid like that.
Oh my god! So somehow they induce an earthquake. Does it kill one person?
The fucking the government uses that weather cannon to shoot a hole in the ozone layer that causes tsunamis.
Yeah, stupid like that.
The one that caused a fucking flood in New York a couple of years ago. That one, that
Cobra
weather
shows
cannon.
up and they have the weather dominator.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cobra Commander shows up on the screen.
Do you have a weather dominator? No, then shut the fuck up, Cobra.
Meanwhile, Palpatine just sitting back going, good, everything is proceeded as I had planned. Man Sour Jugger is serving me well. Good. my half-retarded Sith assassin. Darth Maul left a nut stain on Tatooine, and it grew to be Man Sour Jugger. In the basements of Florida grew a mongoloid retarded child of Darth Maul. He would stare at ceilings and ree at a half-Egyptian Jew who complains about Brie Larson. Good. Excellent. Show no
God,
mercy.
I hope he hears this. I really do.
I'm not even drinking tonight.
So, in a cruel twist of fate, he's already watched this stream longer than anyone has ever watched any of his streams combined.
He's just hate watching and crying right now into his Captain Marvel pillow.
We'll have to check out his Instagram later to look for posts.
Jeez.
Let's see. Wait, I think I've got 2 friend requests from Al Qaeda since the show started. Fuck. This guy wants me to send him $5,000. I don't know. He's not from Nigeria though. He says that he's from a country called not Nigeria. I don't know what that is. I'm the not deposed king of Nigeria's son. I don't know. How should I take this? So yeah, the world's a crazy place. And speaking of the world being a crazy place, speaking of fucking crazy, our old friend Chuck Wendig is back.
Oh God,
love that guy.
And everybody loves Chuck Wendig. The big mouth open picture. I'm Chuck Wendig.
God, the crazy Star Wars guy.
Oh yeah. Yep. And this is kind of funny because this is a long article. I'm not going to go through this whole thing. I'm going to kind of paraphrase parts of it. But there's our buddy right there. There's old Chucky boy. Now, Chuck Wendig is a male feminist, all right? And if Joss Whedon and history have taught us anything, it's that Who is it you usually can't trust? The ones
Sexual
that
predators. I meant male feminists.
Yeah. Well, we also would have accepted Kevin Spacey. But
Brie Larson. Brie fucking Larson.
She still has that poor kid from Unicorn Store fucking locked up trying to build her fucking clubhouse. I swear
That's
to God.
what I'm trying to find,
Hey,
man. Shit.
Let's ask Nick. Is he still locked up in that clubhouse?
I'm trying to find him. All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
happened to him,
crumbs
Nick?
and context clues and all kinds of shit. I'm going through emails, or Twitter account, and everything. See what I can find.
She took too many clues from Room.
Jeez.
She's like, I'll show you. I'll get back at the patriarchy. So old Chucky boy is supposedly he's in some trouble for some misogynistic acts he committed to step over people to prove he's the best feminist out there. and this this whole article is it's a shit show. It's on Bounding into Comics. But I mean, this whole article is talking about a guy at a convention, a comic book artist checking out a WOC, which is a woman of color, and that he only got let off with a slap on the wrist for it. And this lady, Jam Gates, we'll just call her fuckhead. I think that's how you pronounce that. Gates is just, she's going on this rant about it. And then we get down here and we're talking about where's Chucky? Where's Chucky? Let's see.
That article was thick, man. Whoever wrote it needed to condense it to like less than 3 pages.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, I think that was a John Trent article, and usually he's pretty concise, but yeah, she goes off on Chuck Wendig because he's a virtue signaling asshole. And then, like I said, he made his fame during 2018 with all his his rhetoric. He went on the political rhetoric, and that's like seems to be like the Star Wars author. The modern Star Wars author's modus operandi is to just like make everything as political as they can and just attack people. So
yeah,
he just fell right into that. And let's see, she's talking about Chuck Wendig coming to Mike Cole's defense. Now, Mike Cole is the comic artist or comic professional who was checking out this supposedly checking out this woman and tried to pull her onto his lap and whatnot. But that's a whole separate story in this article. But yeah, it's just like, Wendig was trying to defend it, but then Wendig is talking about, I watched him build feminist credibility on my stumble, attempting to invalidate a decade of work in making history a safer place for women and queer folk, work that's damaged my career, my mental health, my physical safety, many relationships, and then Wendig just comes in and, he's white knight. And it's funny, like how these people are always like Joss Whedon. Okay. Like,
oh my God.
And the larger point I want to make about this is they're so hypocritical. It's like the ones they trip over themselves and they're like, look at how racist I'm not. This is a racist. This is a racist. Everybody's racist. Look at this. Oh my God, he looked at you wrong. Look, I'm white, but I know what's best for you. I don't care if you're black, or I don't care if you're Asian. I don't care if you're Middle Eastern. I don't care what you are. I know better because I'm the white savior. It's like, whoa. First of all, did anybody motherfucking ask you? Did anybody ask you? That's the thing. I was looking with people like that, you know what I mean? And Chuck Wendig and like I said, Joss Whedon, guys like that. They're just like Joss Whedon. He's like he calls himself, I'm such a woke bae. It's like, what the.
and what was it last week? Last week we learned the guy who played Cyborg was like, he was giving him shit.
Yeah,
and we learned from his ex-wife that he was just plowing ass throughout Hollywood.
Well, he had like I found out through the video I did for it that he had an affair with Eliza Dushku.
Oh my God.
He was nailing her while he was married to that what's her name, Kai Cole or whatever her name was.
Who?
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon was Elijah. Okay.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
When she was when he was doing Dollhouse.
Ain't that around the same time when she was with Rick Fox supposedly?
That's why Rick Fox was so she was always, and Rick Fox broke up with her because she was ultra possessive and she was jealous. Now the puzzle pieces come into play. She was fucking Joss Whedon and she thought Rick Fox Rick Fox is a good looking dude. Like he like started doing like soap operas and shit, right? Like he was one of them cats. Like you knew Rick Fox was going to end up acting. He had that look. He had the personality. You could see it in interviews. Like he's a decent actor too. I've seen him in a few things, but you could see that with him. And she got ultra jealous of everything he did. And it's like because she was fucking around with Joss Whedon while she was dating Rick Fox. Yes, sir. You hit the nail right on the head.
So she went from Maserati to Beetle. Oh, that's
Vespa.
The Vespa.
Okay.
Yeah, she went from Maserati to AARP. All right, that's what she went to. So yeah, I mean, and like Eliza Dushku has always been fucking hot. Always been hot.
Yep.
And you go from Rick Fox to saggy old man balls. What's wrong with you? What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, at the time, like Rick Fox is like in his like early 30s. He was like at the peak of his career. I mean, he was like a decent like 6th, 7th man. You know, he got paid. He had a lot of commercials. And like I said, he parlayed that into acting. So he knew how to work his brand past the NBA. So that guy, you know, he had his shit together, you know, and she was like, you know, I'm in for the ride. And then, she goes, oh, Joss Whedon puts me on a TV show. And, oh, well, Joss Whedon wants me to, oh, fuck it. He's the director, you know, he's the creator, whatever. I might as well, you know, help my career. How'd that work out?
She goes from light-skinned Tyrone to beta boy Bucky. Something like that. God damn, these women are stupid these days, man.
Joss Whedon was probably okay. And like he described, you know, these needy, young, aggressive actresses. So these are the kind of people like him and like the Chuck Wendigs. Like these women, they prey on these women. Well, not so much Chuck Wendig because like nobody's after him because he wrote Aftermath after the Empire about a wibbly wobbly fucking TIE fighter, but we'll get to that later. Eliza
Dushku did marry up. She's married to the CEO of an intercontinental real estate corporation. So I mean, she's she's good. She's good.
She did
That's
it.
what they always do.
Yep. When all else fails, pull the Anna Nicole Smith card.
Yep. Hit that wall. Pull the card.
Yep. That's exactly what she did too. It's like. Which I mean, she's still good looking. So I mean, she's held together pretty well. Because I think she's about probably a year or two younger than me. She's about 38. But yeah, god damn, it's just funny like to see like the young ass actresses that are like, oh well, you know, they cling to it's like, well, you know, their careers kind of fade away when they're young because they're not really that talented. They hit the iron strikes once and they get a good role, and then their career kind of slowly starts that decline. Then they start dating an older successful actor that'll kind of make them the talk of because 20-year age difference, and it's like, well, Ashton Kutcher did that shit in reverse, and he played that motherfucker like a fiddle, man. He played it perfectly.
The funniest thing about that is that I loved seeing him. What was the female's name?
Oh, Demi Moore.
Demi Moore and Bruce Willis, all three on the red carpet. I was like, what are you doing right now? What kind of weird Hollywood sadistic three-way is this? This is fucked up.
Well, it's Hollywood. So like, I mean, looking at it now, like what we know about all these weird, like pedo fucking weirdos in Hollywood, it's like, dude, they were probably just all fucking anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like Bruce Willis is probably, and I love Bruce Willis's movies, man, but I'm like, I don't know like about him as a person, you know, but it's like, I'm sure like there was some weird shit going on because all these people in Hollywood are weird.
Yeah.
You know? It's a cult, man. It's a fucking cult.
I think he's probably the least likely to be in that. It seems from what I read, he's pretty, not with the Hollywood stuff anymore. So who knows?
Good for him. He was successful. He made some amazing movies. I mean, Die Hard. I mean, there's The Sixth Sense. I mean, there's so many movies that he was in that were not Sixth Sense.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Wrong Shyamalan. But yeah, there's so many. Fifth Element, obviously. It goes on and on. Not to mention Moonlighting. I mean, you can't forget about Moonlighting. He released a record for God's sakes. It's just like it's hard to you sit back and it's like every day there's something different with these Hollywood fucking weirdos. Like something different happens or some new scandal breaks. It's like I was joking around about pro wrestling the other day. Someone was like, there ain't gonna be no pro wrestling left after this fucking Speak Out thing goes on. I was like, shit, man.
from what I hear, there's not gonna be much more pro wrestling because of fucking COVID, because of that's getting passed around like fucking Skittles. So
Yep, that's us. A couple of the guys, that I talked to that are still in the indies are like, yeah, it's like they're still working shows. They're working like closed audience shows, kind of like the Fed's doing, but they're just doing like TV tapings and shit. And it's like, as much as I'm like, let's get things back to normal, there's still a level of precaution that I do recommend. Like we were at the beach on 4th of July playing. Let's play. We were playing Guess Who's Got the Coof. Literally, me and my wife were sitting there. I was like, all right, how many motherfuckers do you think here got COVID? And then of course my kid picks up the hottest chick on the beach who's like 31. She's with her husband, her father, and her mother, and they're sitting right next to us. And he's trying to catch minnows with his little fucking net, and he's running around. And next thing you know, she's over helping him, and he's wearing her fucking Oakleys, and they're laying in the sand. I mean, this chick is like my wife was even like, she's a fucking dime, like all dude, like stacked, like thick, tatted, like all tatted, like. And I'm not like a big fan of like all of that, but it looked good. And the kid, I was like, come here, man. I was like, come here, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Like, look at this. Her husband was like, shit. He goes, I might as well just give you the keys to the house too. He came over, he's bullshitting with us. It was just funny, man. I was like, this little motherfucker. I'm like, hey,
Chip of the old block.
Yeah, I was telling I said, that's the kind of woman right there. My son's already picking up the kind of woman that's going to make you make bad decisions. I was like, she looked like she was probably a stripper at one point.
And maybe she still is, man. She's just on OnlyFans now.
He was like, hey, girl. He's leaving. He's like, hey, girl, let me check out that OnlyFans. He's like, you got cam soda?
Give me a discount, bitch.
Give me a discount. Where's that 15%? New customer. Oh, we lost Steve. He'll be back. Let's see. Oh, wait. Let's see. I reckon both Whedons had a piece of Eliza. There's 2 Whedons? Lord, there's 2 of them?
Yeah, I didn't know.
I had no idea there was 2 Whedons? Joss and
maybe he's thinking of Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Oh, okay, that could be. Maybe was Will Wheaton on Dollhouse, or was it just
He probably plays with the Dollhouse.
Satellite Men's Room says, I'm a very, very big fan of all of that. Yeah, like I said, man, on the right girl, and she looked good. I'm not lying. Dude, she was a smoke show, man. She was like, I think she was like 31. I was like, what's your credit score, girl? No, no, it was funny though, man. But yeah, this whole fucking like cult of Hollywood is just like built on and precipitated on preying on people, basically is what it amounts to. And our favorite little tart, Brie Larson. I'm waiting for the day when the skeletons come out of her closet. I mean,
yeah,
there's got to be some. There's some.
Well, I mean, she did some shit to get to Captain Marvel, because for her to jump, because I know she was with the those brothers who did a lot of the Marvel movies. Like, she was with them in Community, but even then, when she was in Community, she was only on for like 4 episodes. She wasn't that big of an arc, and like they forgot about her in the last season. And they made a joke about it, but it's like for her to go from there to Marvel is a weird jump, and she must have like, I don't know, blown the right dude or gotten the right videotape or gotten something and just been like, all right, I'm gonna ride this at the top, and like, this is what I'm gonna do.
I think it was Kong Skull Island.
I think you're right.
Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, and John C. Reilly were all in Marvel movies, and she was in that movie with them.
Yep. And she was like billed as the lead in Kong Skull Island, wasn't she?
She had her name on the poster, but she wasn't the lead. Tom Hiddleston was.
Was Hiddleston considered? Because, all right, because she was like forgettable in that role.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like one of the movies I can watch with her, and I have my own issues with that movie. I like it, but I have issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
But she was like not even there. Like, it was like, oh wait, she's in this movie. Okay, there she is. Because she doesn't really do anything. Tom Hiddleston basically stole the show there. Him and Samuel L. Jackson, obviously, and John C. Reilly was fucking awesome in that too.
And the gorilla himself.
Yes. Yeah. Well, dude, that the skull walker things, the fight sequences with Kong, and those are badass. And I actually have watched the 2014 Godzilla like 3 times this weekend because my son just got it and he's in love with that. So we watched it like 3 times. That is such an underappreciated movie, and still the balls on them to get Bryan Cranston in that movie and then kill him off in like 45 minutes. That still blows my mind. It's like, okay, so 2014 that came out. Wasn't Breaking Bad still pretty much like on top of the world then?
I don't know.
It was hot off the tails. I think the final season of Breaking Bad came out in 2013.
I never watched it, so I don't know. Okay. I was kind of so obviously like Bryan Cranston still is a very highly respected actor, but at that time though his stock was like it was up there. And for them to put him in that, and then kill him off, and I can't even think of the guy that played his son, Ford. I think
Quicksilver.
Yeah, Aaron Tyler Johnson.
Is that? I just didn't recognize him with the hair. Okay, yeah, I was like, I didn't recognize him. I was like, holy shit, yeah, okay.
He's like around my age and married to a 50-year-old.
She must be. She probably got money.
He's my age, and basically he's my age, and his wife is my mom's age.
And the thing is, like, they've been together for a while. They have kids together, and I'm like, I think she was after him before he hit 18. Like, the math just doesn't add up.
She's one of the magic numbers. She's like, all right, when's his 18th birthday? Got him.
Ooh.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm waiting for Brie Larson to become Allison Mack. I'm waiting for that to happen. Yeah, I'm waiting to learn about some weird sex cult that's been going on in like the Marvel universe or whatever. Or she tried to get them to go, but they didn't want to because she was like the new kid. So she's had to like kind of like do her own thing by herself.
Yeah, like I said, I think, and this is purely like I said, these are only unsubstantiated rumors, so take them with a grain of salt. I mean, I've always said that Feige is kind of, he's just got too much of it. He puts way too much faith in her acting ability. I mean, and, he's the man calling the shots over there. So I've always said, I was like, I think Feige's nailing her, but that's just me. I'm not, I'm not nobody. I don't have any sources, but that's strictly conjecture on my part, Your Honor. But I will let the remarks stand. I see she is. You're absolutely right. And there's something going on there. It's like you don't just leapfrog and get your own movie off of Basmati Blues, which her and Nick played in amazingly well. I mean, their chemistry is unsurpassed.
So she's a real bitch to work with, man. She would never blow me. God damn it.
In between,
even when I was in her trailer, just jerking off, I was like, just touch it. She wouldn't touch it.
Just touch it. Oh God!
See, we got to get a reporter in on the inside. So the next Marvel Red premiere, we can get him close to Feige and smell his fingers, so we can confirm.
Does it smell like Fancy Feast?
Cheesy.
Feige, why your fingers smell like Fancy Feast, bro? What's going on there? You feed your cat before you came out? What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
No, he's just off camera. You hear kink, and then you see him. He's like taking Fancy Feast and rubbing it into his gums.
Oh my God!
Oh,
welcome to the danger zone. Oh, Kevin Feige. That's oh.
Why are you the way that you are? I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
And that could go for him or Brie. I haven't decided yet. Oh, that's just disgusting.
I also love that Kevin Smith is now like, getting on to Joss Whedon. He's like, yeah, he's an asshole too. It's like, Kevin Smith, shut the fuck up, man.
I know Kevin Smith. If anything happens to Joss Whedon, Kevin Smith's gonna be crying on a fucking live stream. I can't believe Joss Whedon.
No, because Kevin Smith also worked with Weinstein. It's like you must know some shit, Kevin. Calm the fuck down, dude. Like, did somebody induce your heart attack? Is that why they wanted you gone? They put out a hit on you? Is that what happened?
They shot him in the chest with that fucking that sound cannon they killed Andrew Breitbart with.
There you go.
Shot him from down the street. Heart attack.
Yeah.
Take that,
I was
Kevin
like,
Smith.
I was like, what? Like, you know some shit, Kevin. You've been around too long. Come on
Wait.
now.
The moment that all Kevin Smith's dirty laundry comes out, it's gonna be fucking. It'll be. I'm trying to think like how his reaction will be. It'll be like that podcast he did when he found out his comic book shop was gonna have to close because of all the coof shit, where he was just like, wait, what? Like you remember that reaction? Because like I think Gary put that in one of his videos, and you just see Smith like, wait, wow. Do one of those numbers. It's like that's gonna be him when all his dirty laundry comes out. Wow, and he'll just start crying and be like, I didn't know. It's gonna be beautiful.
It is gonna be beautiful. It really is.
It's like there's got to be a blackface video circulating somewhere out there. All the signs point.
Well, I mean, not for nothing. We could always cancel Kathleen Kennedy for doing yellowface. Because she was one of the dancers in Singapore and Temple of Doom.
That's true. That's true.
So
That's a disgusting image to think about.
She was Kathleen Kennedy's a nightclub dancer. Oh.
Mm-hmm. And yellowface, no less.
Yeah, and that's another shady thing. Is like how do you it's kind of like J-Lo's fucking thing. Like how do you become like from becoming just some dancer to becoming the person who runs Lucasfilm? Like how do you leapfrog that way? How does that happen?
He has some dirt on Iger property.
Yeah.
Yep. That sounds like Elizabeth Banks. In my next novel, Failing Upward, the Elizabeth Banks story, I'll tell you how you get an Invisible Woman movie after losing Universal Pictures $100 million with a shitty remake of Charlie's Angels. This tonight at 11.
Shit, dude, you're not wrong, man. Like that's
I mean, seriously. Like, how much dirt Elizabeth Banks probably collected dirt on back when she was just like a young, dumb, hot girl in Hollywood. Oh, she made these connections and she learned all these things and filed it away for later on when she turned into a crazy intersectional feminist. And she's like, "Bam, gotcha, bitch."
She came in with a folder of pictures like, "I got copies, motherfucker. Don't fuck with me."
Remember behind the scenes of Zach and Miri make a porno, motherfucker? Yeah. Remember 40-Year-Old Virgin? Yeah. Yeah.
Remember Catch Me If You Can? Yeah, I'm catching you right now.
Big trunk, you're gonna put your bike in it. Well, guess what? I'm suing your ass, pal. It was only a line in a movie. We were paid to say it. You consented. You signed a contract. I'm suing for sexual harassment. You're getting me too, Buster.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. We are, it's oh my god. Yeah. So Hollywood is insane and everybody in it's pretty much fucking crazy. So all you can do is just listen to us make fun of the shit. I mean, that's really like what what are you gonna do? It was funny. I was laughing because I think the final trailer to Black Widow dropped today, and I was just like,
it did.
I think so. I saw Everything Always did a video about it, or maybe it was the announcement of when the final trailer is going to drop. I don't know.
I'm sorry, they're starting to remind me of like the Mike Zero of the MCU.
Oh, Everything Always.
Yeah, like I don't mean to badmouth them any way, but like I'm just like, according to them, Endgame was going to end with Iron Man becoming King the Conqueror, and just they come out with some really outlandish theories sometimes. Like,
how would Iron Man become King the Conqueror?
I don't know. That's because I heard that it was they were talking. I don't know if it was Iron Man or somebody else, but they're talking about somebody becoming King the Conqueror, and I was like, well, isn't Kang Mr. Fantastic's son?
He was Tony. He was supposed to be Tony Stark 1,000 years in the future, living with the Infinity Stones that they got from Thanos all that time. So that's why Doctor Strange kept him alive, to go back in time and kill him before the first Iron Man happened or something like. But I mean, obviously it was, not even shades of that in the movie. So I don't mean to disparage any other YouTube channel. It's just like, man, I learned to take what they say with a grain of salt.
No, I've listened. I listened to. I pretty much, because he's got a really good MCU channel. He's you get some shit there off, but he does have a lot of good because he's in with what's that dude's name, Mikey Sutton, and that guy, like his shit is usually like right on point. I read what the hell was speaking of Marvel, I want to throw this in before I forget. somebody, I think it was Loudy. Big shout out to Coach Loudy, man. We miss you. Come back soon. Sent me an article about Evangeline Lilly, aka the Wasp. All right. Said after Ant-Man 3, they're going to replace her with, you guessed it, black female.
Oh my god.
and this is now, this, mind you, this is, we got this covered. Okay, so like I said, very, very big. Just take the whole bag of salt, just take the Morton salt factory and throw it over your shoulder. So the article went on to say that they were going to get rid of her because of the comments she made about masks and the coof being a hoax and all that shit, and this was punishment.
God,
they were going to recast her. I'm like, after Ant-Man 3, I mean, are they really? Do you really? I mean, I want to see Paul Rudd stick around. You know, I mean, I don't dislike Evangeline Lilly. I mean, she's kind of went Kate in real life, Sal, a few times, I think, to kind of go back to Lost. Like Evangeline Lilly has went Kate a few times in real life. It's like she doesn't know when to shut up. It's like, why won't you just be pretty and just stop being a dummy? Just stop.
Got kind of a Karen face to her. Not so much when her hair's longer, but like in the first movie when she had the shorter hair and she had a Karen attitude kind of in the first. Yeah, she was all bitchy to, you know, why don't you just let me do it? I'll put the suit on. You know, look, we have much more important things for you to do. Here's some pickles and bread. I'm pretty sure you can figure this equation out. Just don't burn the fucking pot roast.
Think of the kitchen as your science lab. Make something.
Yeah. Here's some Bunsen beakers. Ooh, look, ketchup, mustard, spicy.
This is your mission.
Yep, this is your mission right here. We'll just call
while you're at it.
We'll just call this pot roast Pim particles. Now cook up the Pim particles. Don't fuck that up, girl. I'm just saying. I'm going to hell for that one. No, but so they're talking about replacing Kate. I mean, Evangeline Lilly. Cass called her Kate. God damn it, Kate. Freckles. Damn it, Freckles. And I'm watching Lost again, and I'm to the part in Lost when you have Evangeline Lilly and Michelle Rodriguez on screen at the same time.
Rough.
Jesus Christ, dude. And like they are both like, it's like, I just want to, why didn't you two never just like, why couldn't just like this, please? Just why? You should have. It would have been amazing. Like something. I mean, I'm just saying, at the risk of sounding a little bit sexist, seeing you two bitches go at it would have been really hot. I'm sorry. And I'm just calling you bitches because I don't know you in real life yet. I'll get to know you individually when we meet. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I'll buy you a drink. Bill Cosby send the drinks over. It's all good. Don't worry. Spanish Fly and all that shit.
Well, there was a really hot scene in Atomic Blonde between Charlize Theron and Sofia Boutella.
Yes, there was. Oh, you know, and that's another movie. I think that movie did not go over well with like critics or whatever. But that's a badass movie, man.
Dude, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you have a female character who's actually good and like it's a good movie in itself, and there's something for everybody in it. And it was an awesome movie. I had a lot of fun watching it. I actually bought it when it came out, and then all of a sudden, no, it never happened.
Yeah,
no. Female-led movie, no, it didn't happen. Like, really, you're gonna dispute that? Come on now.
Yeah, this is something we've never seen before. Female-led action movie. Hey, wait, I've got a cloud. You know, we've got like a literal like, you know, fucking a veritable cornucopia of, you know, franchises that are, you know, like Underworld and shit that have female leads, but you know. Hey, well, you know, fuck it. You know, those don't count, right? Yeah. You know, those
man that had the position first. That's why
they never happened. Whatever. Like you know, like in like Vinny and Spaceballs, whatever. You know, fuck it. It's all right. It's all good. Just won't sit in a car and eat myself to death. So
merchandising.
Spaceball. I always wanted Spaceballs the flamethrower. I'm like, where can I get one? And then I actually had a flamethrower when I was shrink wrapping boats. I was like, this is like Spaceballs the flamethrower. I used to do that shit at work all the time when I was stoned. I'm like, Spaceballs the flamethrower. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, hi, and I'm acting out Spaceballs. Leave me alone. Fuck off. Now let me melt plastic on the $60,000 boat. It's literally what you're doing. You're taking and hanging plastic that you can burn through, and it will drip and it will burn carpet. It has happened. And you're heating it with a torch, just enough not to burn it through. And if you burn it enough to where it doesn't liquefy and drip on the carpet and burn through, because then you've got problems because you have to replace an entire floor. Done it before. It's not fun. Anyway, so the Chuck Wendig game tonight. You guys, let's see. Do you want to do? Should we do the Chuck Wendig game? Or should we talk about Miles Morales?
What's going on with Miles Morales?
Well, there is actually, we can bounce over the Chuck Wendig game tonight because I just don't want to spend any more time on Chuck Wendig. This rumor, though, being a fan of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, really did not make my spidey senses tickle in the right kind of way. Now, I'll share this. This is indeed from which I seem to share most of the articles because they're great articles from Bounding into Comics. Plug for them right there. And this is from a name I haven't seen before over there. Must have a new contributor, Mr. Donald Edmonds. Rumor, Spider-Verse movie. We'll see Spider-Man die and Miles Morales replace him.
Now you're ready. Oh, MCU.
Yeah. Now this is a new rumor. It's part of Mikey Sutton's July 4th scoop jam. Details Spider-Man will die and Miles Morales will take up the reins in a Spider-Verse film. The rumor was first shared to the Cosmic Wonder YouTube channel and details that the Spider-Man that will die won't be Tom Holland's Peter Parker, but instead Toby Maguire's Spider-Man from the original Sam Raimi films.
Oh, they just playing with us now.
That's a kick in the dick right there.
Legends never die.
Yeah.
No, that's Goonies.
So it goes on to say the rumor details that during a Spider-Verse live-action crossover film featuring Maguire, Garfield, and Holland's Spider-Man character, Tobey Maguire's version of the character will end up dying. This will spur a young Miles Morales to take on the Spider-Man mantle as the ultimate version of Spider-Man. The rumor details that the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies will be the universe where Miles Morales exists. Warren from the Cosmic Wonder begins his scoop stating, what we are talking about today is Miles Morales in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and possibly being called Ultimate Spider-Man. What say you before I move on any further here with this, gentlemen?
I say that I just found an article that Big Boy is doing away with her mascot and introducing Dolly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh I saw that like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, does anybody outside of Michigan know what Big Boy is? I'm like,
there used to be a few in the South, but they're all gone now. So
yeah, dude, the ones in Michigan are all shut down now, as far as I know.
It's like, because I know, what was it? It was Elby's, Shoney's, and Big Boy were all like the same company or something like that, and I haven't seen any of those in years.
Shoney's, so warm, so safe, so Shoney's.
Yeah.
That just reminds me of the fucking first episode of season 3 of Rick and Morty. God damn it! Hey, those little flappy doodle things are moving. Does that mean you're horny, or did your buddies? Did you just find a grape?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, this I don't know, man. I'm not, like I said, I loved Into the Spider-Verse. I thought it was a kick-ass movie, but I don't know about killing off Tobey Maguire. Why don't you kill off Andrew fucking Garfield?
No shit.
I agree.
I mean, really, you could still get some miles out of Tobey Maguire. People want to see him again. Ain't nobody clamoring to see Andrew Garfield again.
Yeah, how are you going to dribble your girlfriend?
Damn.
But seriously, it's just like, and they're just like, okay, that's cool. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just kill off the best version of Spider-Man there's been so far, on live action. Yeah, fuck it. Kill him off. And I'm sorry. I no disrespect to Turkish Spider-Man either.
Well, man, you don't want the Turks mad at you. It's a
Turkish Spider-Man, he'd kill people with his eyebrows. That motherfucker had his mask tailored so his eyebrows could stick out of him. His eyebrows looked like one of my goddamn teachers from like 6th grade. It was like he always invented something. It was just like, All he did was break into bitches' houses and choke them in the shower too, and steal shit. What the fuck are you doing?
You ever had the pleasure of watching Italian Spider-Man?
I haven't.
That's classic YouTube. That's like back 2008 YouTube.
Oh
my gosh!
It was made by these like Australian film students or something. So they have this fat guy. He wears black pants, black leather gloves, a red sweater with a black dot in the middle with 7 legs, and that's his spider. And instead of having like a mask, he has like a big billowy wig, a mustache, and like a Robin mask. And he speaks like Italian, but it's like just non-sequential, just Italian words or gibberish otherwise. It's beautiful.
You ever see the Turkish Chuck Norris?
No.
Oh man, that video is funny.
Yeah,
I forgot his name though. That's the funny thing I've seen in my life.
What was it? The Turkish Spider-Man movie had like Captain America, but he was from like, I think Sao Paulo. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it was like Captain South America. It was like
some nation that isn't around anymore.
Yeah, it was like
it was the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah,
Captain Ottoman Empire. He's from Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan. Was that?
No, Holy Roman Empire.
It was better than what the hell else? We watched it. I've actually sat and watched the whole movie. It is it's still easier to watch than Unicorn Store. I'm not gonna lie. Still easier to watch than Black Christmas.
Anything's easier than that.
Oh well, yeah. Black Christmas is like that's like
yeah.
I said,
paint and drawing is easier to watch than Black Christmas.
Watching the old Jewish men schwitz nude is easier to watch than Black Christmas. All right, let's be honest. You know, like, it's always you go to those health clubs, you know, those really nice ones. It's always like the old guys in the shower in the locker room. They're just like walking around naked. Dude, I used to work in a gym, and it's like, what the fuck, like. It's like once you're over the age of 60, you're just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. It's like there it goes. It's like the second they're out of like, because you know when you walk in like a gym locker room, the door like it never has like a door. You just like walk in and there's like that well-placed hallway where you like jog to like one direction.
Yeah,
you can't see from outside. It's like as soon as I get in there, that towel just gets snapped off with like all the fervor of like a 17-year-old in like a football locker room snapping. Somebody's like, whoosh, my old dick and balls are out now. Whatever, fuck it. I don't care. You know, so those guys like I'd be in there cleaning the locker room, and they put their leg up, want to talk to you. It's like, motherfucker, no, no, get away from me, Jeffrey Epstein. Kevin Spacey already tried to grab me while I had my mop bucket. Get away!
Oh my god, what crazy?
I don't know. I got drugged.
Hollywood gym have you been going to?
I was to this island, and I don't know. Everybody there was really famous. And they told me I was really pretty and just to be quiet.
There was a bunch of black goo oozing out of the walls.
There was black goo oozing from statues. I don't understand what it was. But they said there was no secret cabal of white men scheming to take down women, so I don't know. Carrie Elwes was leading the ceremonies. I was like, I thought it was just a role, Carrie. You are the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Oh my god. I met him at a convention. He was cool shit, dude. He was awesome.
I bet you he's fucking like I said, he was just like one. He was in Black Christmas. When like Carrie Elwes was like, "How much you paying me? Is there craft services? Fuck it, I'll do it." Whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. I'm sure he's just like, all right, I ain't been in nothing in a long time. I need some money.
Yep. I can play a villain. Why not? Wait, I just have to like exaggerate being an evil white patriarchal. Like, all right, cool, whatever. You know, I mean,
like, I'm a white guy in Hollywood. I already do this. It's fine. It's fine.
Just exaggerate it. All right. So you mean act like my character in Glory on steroids? Him and Matthew Broderick had such a great. That's one of my favorite movies, by the way. I love that. The end battle scene, that fort. I believe it's Fort Sumter. I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was like one of the only forts that was never taken by the Union Army. My cousin and I rebuilt that I had a huge sand pile, and we rebuilt that, and we reenacted the battle with our GI Joes and our Star Wars figures, and like basically any 3 3/4 inch action figure we had, and even some of like the larger scale 5 inch, like the Masters of the Universe ones, partook in that. But I think we had all told like 400 figures
Oh my god!
At one point, reenacting that. Like, there's a videotape of like my mom like came out and was like, "What the hell?" and like recorded. I said, "What are you doing?" Because we had like dug like trenches and like lined them with plastic to like put water in them and stuff like that, and like made like the stakes and stuff out of like sticks that we took out of the trees and shit. Oh yeah, dude, we spent like all day doing this. Okay, it's not Sumter. All right, Flare X. I can't remember. I haven't got to watch the movie in years. That's one I want to buy on Blu-ray. The only place I have it is on VHS and I don't have VCR. So.
It was Fort Wagner, I think it was.
Wagner, that's what it is. That was it was a coastal fort because the Union had been shelling it for days and they thought they'd weakened it enough to move in the ground units, and then the 54th Massachusetts volunteered to lead the assault on it, even knowing that the casualties they would suffer would be catastrophic. That's exactly what it was. And it was fucked up in the movie, and it was like, and it's really, it speaks to more the media. It's kind of funny because you look at it now, and it's like when they were getting ready to start their assault on the fort, all the old timey photographers and like writers for the the newspapers were there. And they were like watching. You remember that scene in the movie? They're like spectating. Like Matthew Broderick, I believe, rides by and talks to him. Like, and it's like, what he mentions, because he gives one of the reporters letters to take home to his family in case he didn't make it. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, that was a very touching moment, but it's like, that is insane. And it's like the reporters, like, they're that. You mentioned, you're sitting on a horse trying to hand write, accounts from a battlefield and you get hit by a fucking cannonball.
I mean, they have media in current wars too. They just have to wear like big patches that say media on them.
Yeah. I mean,
those patches aren't bulletproof or anything. So.
No, it always astounds me, like the battlefield. Like you see them now, absolutely, and you're absolutely right, Sal. I want to speak to that a little more, but it's just crazy to see it, like back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Given
there were reports done where like they would basically hold these battles in someone's big backyard, more or less, and people would go out and have a picnic and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, there was accounts all over the Civil War about that, and it's like, wait, what? Like, so it's crazy too, because you think about like a cannonball getting fired. Once it loses its velocity, that thing will roll, and you see like it'll take off people's legs just rolling across a battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's insane, and you're just out there having tea and watching. Oh look, a group of soldiers. It's like, what the fuck? Like that's kind of morbid, but I mean, this is coming from the generation that we used to rent Faces of Death at the video store. So
yeah, dude, I remember that. You tried putting it underneath the 3 Disney movies you got as well. Like you're like, and your mom's like, "What's that?" It's like, "Oh, that's the horror movies come on." It's like, "Oh, okay, fine." You bring your friends over and watch it and see who can handle it the most. Okay, who taps out first?
Yep, because there was like Faces of Death and like Traces of Death and shit like that. Those were just like, those were so weird. Those are so just. It was insane. It's like, all right, okay, these are set up because you're not just renting out snuff films here, folks. Now that we look back at these, it's like yeah, here's Alien Autopsy. That was real too. Thanks, Fox. Thanks, Fox. You put that right after X-Files. You remember me and my buddy sat there and watched, because we would get together and watch X-Files. We would watch that damn Alien Autopsy. Because they even reference that on Seinfeld. Because Kramer and Newman are sitting there on a bench. He's like, "Hey, this Alien Autopsy thing, you think that's real?" There's Kramer and Newman sitting there talking. They just like a one-off line about it, which was kind of funny. But
I remember that it was on a Sunday night, and my dad set the VCR for that. Was yelling at me not to touch the TV. I'm like, I'm good, man. I want to watch it too.
I was excited for that as I was for Al Capone's Vault.
Yeah. Fucking Geraldo.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Geraldo. You fuck. Wow.
Geraldo.
I mean, let's be honest. Geraldo's been hitting the head with so many fucking chairs. I mean, he might as well be Mick fucking Foley. I mean,
yeah, no joke, man.
I don't know who had his ass beat on his own set more, Geraldo or what was the other one? Robert, what's his Morton Downey Jr.
Yeah,
Morton Downey Jr. too. I still remember when he blew smoke in Roddy Piper's face at WrestleMania, and Piper shot him with that fire extinguisher.
That's funny.
I remember that shit. Like, yeah, that was funny as hell. Morton Downey Jr. Those fucking old, yeah, Geraldo though with that Al Capone's balls. Like my parents let me stay up for that. My dad's like, I ain't gonna find shit in there, you little dumbass. I was like 8 years old. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna find gold. They're gonna find something. They ain't gonna find shit in there. You fucking, it's a show, you dumbass. I ain't watching this shit. And you go in the other room. Me and my mom are sitting there watching it. It was like 11:30.
That's how I am with shows about like cryptids and shit when they're like looking for Loch Ness or anything like that. I'm like, oh, I know they're not going to find anything because that shit would have made headlines way before the show ever aired. But I'm like, maybe they'll find it this time. I better watch the whole thing.
I was like that during the first season. Like, was that Finding Bigfoot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
first season when them motherfucking idiots was out in the woods going squash.
Bobo got him.
Bobo, oh god. You know, after about 4 episodes of that show, I'm like, Bobo, you can end up dead in the woods one night, buddy. Somebody's gonna come along with a fucking tack hammer and just ring your fucking bell up once and for all. There ain't too many marbles floating around up there anyway. And then
wait, hold on. What was it called? Finding Bigfoot? What was the name of the show?
Yeah, because there was there was Bobo, there was the main guy, and then there was the girl that looks like the screaming girl from Election Day 2016. That was a scientist. She does. If you think, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I mean, I think that's like looking back, that's what I remember her looking like, was a screaming Election Day girl.
Speaking of shows that were canceled and came back, Unsolved Mysteries has come back and it's on Netflix.
Is that worth watching?
Yes. They have no host.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. The music's there, so that's nice. And I watched the whole thing in one sitting.
Can I ask you something about it? Because I've watched the first 2 episodes now.
Mm-hmm.
Now the show, that music used to give me nightmares as a kid. The show itself was fine, but the music.
Yeah.
Is there any, because so far I don't want no spoilers, but does it go into UFOs at all or anything like that? Or okay. All right, because the first 2 episodes kind of didn't, and I was hoping it didn't stay on that same theme.
Yeah, it did a good job of kind of, I wouldn't say cherry picking, but it's like how the old show, every once in a while there'd be like a UFO show or there'd be like a cryptid show or something. They did a good job of kind of selecting a variety of flavors for this season.
Yeah.
So it's not all just unsolved murders.
Yeah, because because I've only watched the first 2 so far. I watched them today, and I was kind of like, okay, this is cool. I like it. It's definitely in the Netflix style of doing stuff for sure. Like it's their style. Like I know that, but yeah, I was hoping for some more like Stranger Things for sure.
Yeah, I'll give them. Well, I won't go into it. I'll talk about it off air, but I got to give them some props on some stuff because there's a show where they could have gone a direction, an episode where they could have gone a direction with it, and they didn't. So
gotcha. But yeah, I actually met that guy Bobo at a convention at DragonCon 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
A friend of mine manages that team for conventions.
Oh my god!
And from what he told me is that guy is high all the fucking time on all kinds of stuff. Like he's like, because if you ever see him on TV, he's like, "Yup, yeah, we almost found a Bigfoot." Yeah, he's on shrooms like most of the fucking time. Because like I was sitting at the table talking to my friend who manages these these guys. And he's like, yeah, he and like Boba just talked to him. He's like, and like Boba's like, yeah, I'm gonna leave for a little bit, and he just goes off and he's like, shit, man. He's like, yeah, he's high on shrooms. He's gonna be gone for a little bit because it's like DragonCon and like 80,000 people in like downtown Atlanta, and he's like, man, he's gonna be gone for a long time. Shit, I hope he knows where to come meet us for dinner or something. I'm just like, that's fucked up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, all right, man, whatever you gonna do.
Holy shit, dude. Wow.
And yeah, because like it's just cosplayers and like in downtown Atlanta, and it's hot as shit, and there's like lights and music going on, and like it's insane. And to walk, I couldn't imagine walking through there like even drunk, because you would lose your way immediately and end up somewhere you don't want to be.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I was down in it was Detroit for this thing called Dally in the Alley. It's down in Wayne State. It's a big old kind of like hipster music festival, and they beer and shit like that. We went down there with some friends. This is about probably 6 years ago. It was it was a year before the kid. We were down there, and I did some shrooms, and we were walking around down there drinking some beers. We were walking around just kind of sparking, and it was like, man, this is fucking like I was not driving, thank God. I was like, I probably should not be doing. Oh wow, this is like not the right. Nope, not the. And that was the last time I ever did shrooms in a large crowd before. I can't. Like I went to this like it was like Rob Zombie and Disturbed and Pop Evil, Hailstorm, all this. And one of my buddies that went, his cousin was there, and he was lit by like 10 o'clock in the morning. We were getting ready to leave, and because it was like an all day festival, and he's got a bag of shrooms. Oh yeah, I was like, no. He ended up getting his ass beat. He showed up right when we were leaving in the parking lot, bloody, lost his shirt. Now, mind you, this is like the end of September in Michigan at an outdoor concert. Yeah, dude, I had a great time. It's like, what the fuck happened to you? Mosh pit, mushrooms, and Crown Royal. And I guess he told his boy, his cousin, he hit on my buddy, hit on some dude's girlfriend, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just kidding." And the guy, his buddy, just beat the shit out of him.
Jeez.
Now, I want to say this for everyone that might be listening on the playback or listening currently. While they're talking about mushrooms and all those things, I just want to be absolutely clear up front that I will not freebase cocaine. And now, I'll have a drink. I'll do some too, but I will not freebase cocaine.
It's good to know your limits, buddy. Good to know your limits.
For those playing along at home, a toot is meth. No, it's this old commercial from like one of those like clinics or rehabs, and it was supposed to be like super effective. And the guy like stopped doing cocaine, but he lists off like every other drug that he'll do, but he won't do cocaine anymore. So the program works.
Damn.
I feel like I have links to send to people later.
Please do, man. Please do.
Yes. And while we're talking about links and movies and things, Nick, do you mind if I show the movie on not a clip or anything, just the cover of the movie?
Of the which
movie? The movie you sent me.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, by all means.
Okay, I wanted to ask first. I forgot to ask you earlier.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I received a gift from Mr. Nik Uttam here, and let me blow this up here the other day. And this is a project he worked on. If my fucking light wasn't blinding it here, let's see. There we go. You can see an evening with. This is all I can show is the front. I'm not going to show anything on the back.
Yeah, you can't show the back.
I cannot show anything on the back, but this is a project he worked on, and I'm gonna do a review of this for the channel. No, I'm just kidding. So my wife and my kid are gone last week for a couple days, and I have the run of the office again because the wife's been using my office, so she's gone. I get this movie the day before I'm leaving, so. Oh shit! I wonder if I brought the mail in from the garage. Anyway, I remember to bring the movie, and that was important. I think there's some tax bills, whatever. Fuck it, doesn't matter. We can get away with not paying our taxes for a little while. Anyway, so we're IRS, leave me alone. I bring this movie, and it's sitting on the desk in the office, right? And today's the wife of the day off today. We got home yesterday. I didn't think about it. I had my shit still in here. I didn't do anything all week. I haven't done a video since fucking like Wednesday or Thursday. I recorded my last video. All right, I was gonna do one today. Shit got hectic, couldn't do it. All right, wife comes, hey, I got a problem. I'm like, what? That movie in The Office. I'm like, you have to be a little more specific. What movie you fucking talking about? I know full well what the fuck she's talking about. I'm just like, I want you to say it. I want you to say the motherfucking name. A motherfucking Evening with Aaron Brown, part motherfucking one. I want you to say it. She wouldn't say it. I had to make sure I held up the right side. I want to hold up the wrong side. I'm real careful. I looked down real quick. So see that movie. Your son asked what it was. I was like, tell him that's daddy's work. One of daddy's friends worked very hard on that movie and sent him. Okay, she's like, is your friend in it? I'm like, no, he did everything else though. She's like, wait, what? I'm like, he produced, direct, he did the whole all the technicals. Oh, edit it. She's like, well, don't leave it laying around. I'm like, are you mad because I watch porn? Like, no, not at all. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, so we're good there because if that was the case, I'm like, no, we're gonna have an issue. We 10 years in, you can start that. I'm not kidding. I called it the other day. I came over. We were at the fucking store. I did it at the store, so we were in public, so she couldn't fucking hit me. And she started. The kid is really well. He's always well behaved. He really is. But he did something, and I said something to him, and I one of them things like that, and he fucking turned around and looked real quick, and she raised it. She's standing there with her hands on her hips. She fucking started doing this. I was like, Karen. I'm like, leave me. And she fucking goes, what'd you call me? I'm like, nothing. Turn away. Nothing. And I've done it more than once. She's not caught me this time. Don't call me that. I'm like, you don't even know what it means. I'm gonna make a meme out of you now. Me and my goddamn
She says, no, Pete, that's my word.
You can't use that. That's our word. Wait, you're the Karen? The Karen? Is that what you cut? Well, then her mama cut her hair real short, and I was like,
oh shit.
I did. I was like, oh no, it has begun. I looked at her. I'm like, you ever? No. I was like, I no. I said, I will grow my motherfucking hair back if you ever do that. That's a threat to her. Me telling her I'll grow my hair back. She's like, oh God, no. I said, no. Not only will I grow my hair back, I'll shave my fucking beard off and I'll leave the mustache. How about that? Yeah. I look like an out of work porn star. Drives a van with no windows. Man.
You look like me.
You're a handsome son of a bitch. I don't know what you're talking about.
I knew this guy that so there's like I forget what language it was, but it looked like two X's, but it's like a character from or a symbol from their alphabet that means like power through perseverance or some shit that probably was mistranslated. And he got this tattoo. People are like, oh, what's that mean? And, you know, after a certain point, like, when you first get it, it's like, yeah, it's really cool, and then you kind of feel silly. He used to tell people that since it looks like two X's, he goes, oh, it means I'm an amateur porn star. So when I go pro, I get my third one.
That's awesome. That's funny as shit.
Oh, God, Keely Chow. Okay. All right, this is where I draw the line. We need to make a porn parody of Pete's life story.
Oh, my God.
Okay. This is if this was Patreon, I would give you guys the fucking nobody's paying for that shit. Trust me. Well, if I really actually wrote a book about all the dumb, stupid shit I've gotten myself into, especially in the wrestling business. Wait, what's that? Under the advice of my attorney, I'm going to shut the fuck up right now.
Well, shit.
This next segment brought to you by Figer Law.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the video.
1-800-CALL Lee Free.
Oh man, I remember for some reason that reminded me. I mean, not for some reason, it's because you mentioned a lawyer, but I was like a senior in high school, I think, when I saw Fear and Loathing for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was that fucking asshole that like just liked it too much, or like I put on airs that I liked it a whole bunch. So whenever I would talk to people, I'd be, well, as your attorney, I advise you to do this, because that's what Gonzo kept saying.
Yeah,
I was one of those fucking douche kids. So I don't know what pertinence that story had to anything, but I wanted to share it with you.
This is funny. Okay. Oh wait, what Ray's Double Dog said? Tell us one thing. Stop honey dick in the chat.
Oh, what's that?
What?
Sue them into the dirt. That's the exact phrase. So.
Sue them into the dirt. What won't get me divorced?
Oh, jeez.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think real quick, and it's not working. Oh shit! All I'm gonna say is, man, if you're a female in the wrestling business, first of all, I have some level of respect for you, because not all of you are ring rats, but every fucking one of you is a fucking ring rat. Every fucking one of you, in one way or another, is a fucking ring rat. So there you go. There's your little nugget for the night, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you get out of me tonight. If they tell you they're not a ring rat, they'll fucking suck your dick in the parking lot. That's all I'm going to say. These bitches are fucking scandalous, and they're doing it for $5. They're doing it for a $5 booking. So. Trust me, you've been in the business long enough. You get to walk in on some things. You're like, oh, hello. Well, aren't you? Well, you showed up. Well, wait. There's a good one right there from a locker room in Michigan. I walked in. There was a regular. Fuck it. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna give any names. I'm just gonna say in a locker room. I walked in. There was a regular locker room, which is where I would get ready with the rest of the regular workers, but then there was the management team that would be in this special locker room, the inner sanctum, as it were, of the brain trust of this promotion. And brain trust is being very generous with these motherfuckers. But anyway, so there was a young lady who would show up to every show, and she was a very big fan, not involved in the business in any way, but always she'd always get pictures taken, with the boys and shit. We'd come around ringside, and you walk in there and do one of these deals, and like, ooh, because I was we were getting ready to start getting envelopes, and I told the promoters, I said it was a considerable, I'm not going to say how much time, a considerable amount of time to drive from that location back to where I resided at the moment. Well, not now, but this is years ago. I've been out of the business for 3 years now, so. But this is way back. This is like around right after I first started. So I was still green as fuck, And I told him, I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna go back to the office and see if I can get my payday. And
it was about that time you heard a cry out from where the stalls go, ass to ass.
I walked in on fucking on a 2 and a 1, and I was like, oh, whoa, okay, I can wait for my $25. I'm gonna go out and smoke another joint. Fuck this. I'll catch you guys in a little bit when they say, hey, come get your envelopes. I'll be a little bit late coming home. That's fine. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so there's a road story from Uncle Etep right there, the Egyptian fucking Jew. There's a story for you. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was like, seriously, I was in the business for, I'd say, around 2 years at that point. And I was like, oh. And yeah, because like she would come to the show with her husband sometimes, and they're divorced now. She's
wow, I wonder why.
She's remarried for the third time. I've seen it all happen on Facebook. Every rise, every fall, every divorce, every painted on eyebrow. It's amazing. It's amazing. It is truly wonderful, the world that we live in social media. I get to watch this dumpster fire unfurl right before my very eyes. So
it's always a good time, man.
This this fucking episode has went off the rails, but I got to tell you guys, this is one of the. I've had a lot of fun today. I'm not ending it right now by any stretch of the man. We're not done yet, but this has been a lot of fun. And I looked at the likes last time, and we were at 20 likes and 2 thumbs down. And I'm venturing a guess to say about probably 20 minutes to the full 10-hour period after this is released on YouTube, we will be down to about 8 likes. I will guarantee you that. So if you've smashed the like button, make sure it stayed smashed tonight. And I say that not because I'm not because I'm simping out for likes, but this happens, and I've showed these guys, and these guys know that we've watched it happen live. We've lost and it's not that people are unliking the video, it's that they're getting taken away. And it's funny because everybody, like, I got ragged on for this is by somebody who's not a creator in a comment thread one time. And I'm not somebody, I don't complain about that, because when you do what we do when we YouTube, you open yourself up for criticism, and I'm fine with that. Like I said, I've been in the public, I've been on radio, and I've been in wrestling, and I've been in front. It doesn't matter. I'm fine with being criticized. But it was just funny because the guy criticized me in my video for saying, oh, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, because people get unsubscribed. All you guys say that, blah blah blah, just to get people subscribed. I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, you don't understand. When you sit there and you're on a stream for 2.5, 3 hours, and you see the likes hit a peak, and then they start dropping off, like literally you watch them go away, like you're like, what the hell did I do wrong? And it's like, I'm a 275 subscriber channel, not a huge channel by any stretch of imagination. I'm a little guy. It's fine. I have fun with it. I love what I do. This is great. Like I said, I get to bullshit with all these awesome people. This way is get to interact with you guys in the chat. But yeah, so that's just my little spiel right there. And I know I speak on behalf of a lot of creators when I say that it happens, man. And like people get unsubscribed randomly. Like it happens, and it sucks for us, and especially to see celebrities come in to this platform. And I don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, they're gonna do it anyway. Like I said, my channel, it's not really gonna affect me. It's like, is Brie Larson gonna take subscribers away from me? No, whatever. I'm not worried about it, but it's just like, but then YouTube puts them ahead of, channels, even the bigger, big channels, get shoved to the back of the algorithms in favor of, like John Krasinski with some good news. And, what's the other fucking Josh Gad, the fucking snowman,
Jesus.
Olaf, the fucking snowman there, and I don't dislike Josh Gad, but I dislike a platform that celebrities fucking ripped on. They rip on YouTubers all the time and call us fucking, basement dwellers and whatever, and fucking, whatever, they talk shit about us. But now all of a sudden you want to come on here and, oh my God, look, I'm on YouTube. I'm so fucking special now. Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. You don't grind. You have somebody else fucking do your videos. You don't produce shit. You sit there. You might sit there in front of the camera for fucking 20 minutes, but you don't do shit after that. Somebody else does your goddamn editing. Somebody else does your sound mixing. We do all this shit our goddamn selves for nothing. I don't get any fucking money for it. So I give up time and shit. So that's the thing. I'm done ranting now. I'm sorry. I apologize. But that's one thing that kind of bothered me about all these goddamn celebrities coming on here. It's like, dude, there's people on here that, we grind. This is what we do. And we enjoy it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to get shit on overall because, oh, look, this person has, fucking 20 million Twitter followers. Look, I have a YouTube channel now. I was like, why? What? What? you got to come ruin this now. Yep. When are we all going to BitChute, ladies?
When we get better.
I actually at one point my former co-host backed up all our videos on BitChute at one point. I don't even know if they're still. My BitChute is like my MySpace page. There's tumbleweeds blowing around. Tom sitting there smoking meth in the dark, all fucking depressed.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, and that's the problem with YouTube is like, they went through the whole what was it, like the sponsors or whatever. They went through that where they were losing them, and they're trying to get them back with getting celebrities on here. It's just like, I know it's a business, I know it's privately owned, but for a company who keeps touting, inclusivity and things like that, they're not really inclusive of a lot of stuff, and it's shown, and it shows in all the algorithms, a lot of things that people investigate and everything. So it's bullshit, and it doesn't really mean anything. And I mean, if one day all of a sudden everybody's like, yeah, we're moving to this new platform, they're gonna be fuck out of luck, So
yeah. Can somebody tell me? And this is gonna make me sound something okay, boomer. What the fuck is Parler? Somebody's like, "Are you on Parler?" What the fuck is that? I don't
Parler.
Even know.
From what I keep looking up, it is an alt-right alternative to Twitter. That's what I keep getting whenever I look it up.
Yeah, I get, depending on it. I've heard that, and then I've heard that it's a free speech form of Twitter. It just depends on who you ask.
True.
But that's the thing, like talking about like YouTube and all that. There were 2 points I wanted to bring up. All these celebrities that have YouTube channels only because they're not getting work right now. So the moment that Hollywood goes back to normal, their YouTube channel is going to be a ghost town, and people probably won't understand that they got played. But there's that. But it would be interesting to get an insider to somehow, let's say some streaming platform shows up out of nowhere, just like with mountains of cash, and like, what, every creator gets monetized, blah blah, and everyone just jumps ship over to there. It'd be interesting to see, because Google is still the #1 search engine, and it probably always will be. If Google would in-house kind of doctor the search results to bury that, platform into like the 10th page of the search or something. So it'd be interesting to see what they would do if they had like a legitimate competitor, or they might be doing that to like BitChute and shit right now. So
well, which I'm sure they're doing. They're pushing them down to the bottom of the thing. But if people know what it is and they can look it up and just go to like BitChute.com, I mean, then that kind of screws up the whole searching thing.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know. It's a whole weird game and a whole weird thing. And I don't know. I'm kind of over YouTube, and I hope an alternative comes sooner than later. I know they own the game and they own the whole thing, but like, come on, let's get something going now.
Yeah, I look at it and it's like I enjoy being on. Like I said, I've had channels off and on since 2006, and this is definitely like the most fun I've had, because there wasn't like live streams back then. Well, I mean, I didn't have the capability to do them, but it's a lot of fun, and you for the issues we do have to deal with. I mean, they're much different on a scale that I'm on. than your bigger channels, obviously. But it's like, we get the occasional like one troll like this. It's not a whole chat full of fucking heathens at one point, which I can't. Holy shit! There's, like I said, it's our chat's pretty good. They're pretty well self-policing. You got Ray's double dong will fucking pocket ban random people. At some points, I love you, Chris. I love you, but I'm never gonna let you live that down. I wrenched Flare X up so he could, unpocket ban himself if he needs to. If he talks shit from one account, he can pocket ban the other one. It's all good, man. But no, this is a lot of fun. But yeah, I've seen like a lot of like even on the WCBS chat, some of them it's like, holy shit, it's like piranhas, dude. You guys will drop something, you'll say something, and all of a sudden it's like,
oh my god, dude, jeez, yeah, because I've seen it just like whiz by. I'm like, what did we say?
Oh yeah,
and then all of a sudden it's just like, somebody's offended by something we said or something we did. Yep. Usually because I'm doing an impression of something that shouldn't happen, but fuck it, it's funny anyways. I don't give a shit. Yep. And then all of a sudden the chat will go wild. I'm just like, God, calm down. Oh, dude. Jeez.
Yeah. The nights I see it the worst is when it's like, I don't know, alternative movie titles or something, and that shit, they'll hold on to that for like the whole 3-hour stream.
Oh my god, they will.
Yep.
True. And some of them are funny. I mean, yeah, some of them are hilarious. Yeah. But after a while, it's like, all right, we get it. You're creative people. It's awesome. Move on.
You guys have moved on like 3 segments, and they're still like. They're still going, hey, sausage. It's like, wait, no, guys, really, we're done. It's like when people keep throwing flowers on stage, and the janitor's like cleaning up. He's cleaning up after the show's over, and they're still throwing stuff. People are still in the seats. You're like, all right, guys, seriously, go home.
No, the thing that was really irritating, I think, last week, because we were going to do a shorter show last week, and it went for like 3.5 hours or almost 4 hours. It's because I think Jeff mentioned anime, and then all those people come out of the woodwork and started like messaging him and messaging us and telling him to watch these, and these are good because that, and then like kept getting super chats. It was nice to get the money, but it was one of those things where it's like, we need to get off this thing. We need to get off now. But there kept being questions and kept being people, and we're just like, oh my god. It was crazy.
Salberg.
That stream is bad and you should feel bad.
He's our Zoidberg. That is another gem I've introduced my child to, is Futurama. He loves that show.
Oh, I love that show. It's so good.
Yep. I love it. We sit there and watch that in the morning sometimes if I'm not working. If I don't have my computer out, we'll sit there and we'll watch that while I'm drinking coffee. It's like instead of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, we'll watch fucking Futurama. I'm like, this is much better, buddy.
I love the caliber of jokes that are used in that show. Like one of my go-tos, like that I still chuckle about, is when Bender was turned into like the were car or whatever.
Oh god, I love that episode.
Like, there were 1s and 0s everywhere, and I think I saw a 2. And there's no such thing as a 2, because it's talking about binary code. I saw a 2.
He's such thing as a 2. Where are we getting the echo?
It's talking about binary code.
Sorry.
I was like, where are we getting? We're getting an echo somewhere there.
Playback. That's all.
That's it. That was that playback. I didn't know that there was a delay. For those listening at home, there is a delay between live and what you're hearing. Yeah, and it was one of the first streams I did with Jeff. Actually, no, it was a toy stream that Pete and I met on.
Yes.
For whatever reason, this is fucking throwback. The Google Hangouts used to be a thing.
Oh my god.
And for whatever reason, like, I could only hear Jeff and Pete, like, and we had like 4 other guests. I could not hear them, and so I was like, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll talk on the stream, but I'll listen to the stream live on my phone. So I'll have 2 different headphones in, and I thought that was working until Jeff was saying something, and then I just cut him off completely because I couldn't hear who was talking, and it was just, that's how I found out about the fucking delay for the first time.
Yeah, wonderful delay. Yeah, well, no, I noticed it because what I'll do is I'll keep the YouTube window open of the actual live stream so I can look at the questions and look what people are saying and stuff. And so I'll notice as soon as we start, there's like a good minute and a half delay between us starting and YouTube catching up and putting it on live. And it's a weird thing, but that's just how they work. So yeah. I guess it's just them putting it through their algorithm, making sure everything's kosher and shit. So this way, they can catch us for whatever dumb offense we've caused or something. I don't know.
I mean, if it were Twitch, we could full on show pornography and we wouldn't get banned.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, we'd have to be a pretty girl, but
Twitch is wild. Twitch is wild.
Flare X let he let the bull out of the pen. He let the bull out of the pen. So we'll give him a couple of minutes here while we get ready to wrap up. See if he well, Pilgrim, we'll see if he decides to come back or if he's yellow.
Oh, really? What do we get our homeboy back?
He's been unhidden, but he hasn't posted anything yet.
Yep.
Okay.
He's just sitting there. We should go over to his. Should we go over to his channel live?
Nah.
Should we go over to his channel live and watch him stare at the ceiling for a second? Show up in his chat. Let me invite one of my friends. His name's not Jeffrey Epstein's neck. Let me see if he's available right now. It's a what was that show with Lamb Chop? Was that lady's name Sherry Lewis?
Oh, he's live right now.
Is he?
Ooh.
Well, Bob Sacamano, where you at, homie?
Where's
Bob Sacamano?
WWE Monday Night Rawtard Talk. July 6, 2020 in review. That is the name of the video that he's uploading.
Oh, my brain hurts after that. Oh, God. Yeah. That's... Oh, I should just do a video on him. Nah. I don't have the strength. I watched 20 episodes of Batwoman. I sat through Captain Marvel. I watched Black Christmas voluntarily. I went to see Charlie's Angels in the theater, and I'm not strong enough to do a video on this guy. I'm not.
No, it's giving him too much credit and too much clout. I mean, I think us berating him in the chat is fun enough.
He took his lumps tonight. He took his lumps. He took his lumps. He got knocked around. He did. That was just like that scene with Daniel-san and the Karate Kid in the beginning before he learns how to fight. Except this ain't gonna end like the Karate Kid. We're Cobra Kai, bitch. No mercy. We show no mercy in this dojo. Oh God, I love it. I need to watch that show because my man Tony made a great video on that. Speaking of people making great videos, there's a lot of great creators in this panel right now. We're gonna go around. Salvador, my friend. Anything big on the horizon?
First, Cobra Kai never dies. It just goes to Netflix.
That's right.
Recent events in the last week, I haven't made any new content. So that's first. I've kind of gone long stretches without videos. I mean, I used to do that when I first started, but pretty much since January, I've had consistent stuff coming out. But I do have a lot of toys. My Ghostbusters Plasma series are slowly trickling in, so I'll be doing a review on those soon. And I have a smashed piece of dog shit that Amazon sent me, so I'm going to review that. So 2 more Star Wars figures that they sent me in a padded envelope, so the figures look okay, but the box is destroyed.
Oh God!
Because that's what they do. They send shit in padded envelopes all the time. And what else did I get? I have a few toys that I'm going to be reviewing, and probably a couple more customizing videos coming up. I made a custom diorama for Pete, so that's the newest video. If you'd like to go watch that. And that's really about it. I don't have anything major coming up. I think we have a boardroom episode this Wednesday, though, on your channel.
Yeah, we are on my channel this Wednesday night.
So
for the boardroom. That is right.
And that's all I got. Still recovering from this past week, but there will be content coming out. So
excellent. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you being on as always, man. And I know today was a rough day, man. So thank you for being on. I appreciate it, brother.
Of course, thank you.
And Nick, sir, you have the rest of the week. What do you got going on, bro?
Well, since Jeff is on break, there will not be a High Council. There will not be a WCBS episode on Thursday. So that's what we're not doing this week. But other than that, I mean, yeah, we're just taking it easy, just kind of doing whatever, man. If anybody Yeah, I'll be on Friday with Adam and you guys for the Raiders of the Lost Flicks as usual, so that'll be fun. But other than that, I mean, I ain't got nothing going on.
Yeah, that'll be my first time on in 3 weeks.
Yeah, man.
That's I've been I told Adam, I said, July is always like July is my busy month. That is my absolute like busiest month of the year. But you want to come on Wednesday night if you're free Wednesday night? Why don't you come on the boardroom with us, man?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Me, Sal, and Cody. If you're good, if you want to, you're more than welcome.
Please, yeah, man. Stop. I can only get so erect.
Well, excellent. Well, there you go. We'll give Nick keep those vocal stylings in line for when the as they say the main WCBS podcast proper returns. His vocal stylings will be in tuned, and he'll have honey in his voice like he normally does, right?
Oh, definitely
ready to go. Keeping practice here. It's like dropping down. It's like coming off injured reserve. You got to start down the minors. Get a couple practice games in and jump back up in the bigs on the regular roster.
I don't think this is a minor. I think of just hanging out with my friends and talking on the internet. Like that's kind of how I operate in WCBS. Like, yeah, we have subs, but I mean, in all honesty, it doesn't really change our day-to-day life. It really just it's just us being friends and talking on the internet, and people see a lot of people seem to like it. That's kind of way I treat this show and Adam's show and every other show I'm on. It's just kind of like we're just having fun. Like that's what it is. So
yep. And I appreciate it, man. I've been really it was funny because when I started with the Fandom Collective, which I'll talk about in a little bit, they were like, oh, why don't you come on our stream with us? And I'm like, I kind of was like the small, I'm like at the time was like 200 and I think 30 subs or I was like 205. And they're like, 1,200 and 1,500, and I think Vader reviews is like a couple of like 1,000. And I was just like kind of like, oh no, you're fine. We don't care. I'm like, well, that's nice. I'm like, I'm always kind of like, are they gonna have me on? Like, but no, it's fun. That's just my own neuroses because that's just me. Like I'm that just comes with the heritage. But anyway, I'm just naturally neurotic and self-loathing. So Tony, what do you got coming up, brother? I know you've been working on a lot of stuff, man. You got a hell of a nice setup going on there.
Man, I've been I basically renovated my room, and I'm like, okay, how long is this gonna take? And I painted and I like caulked everything and sealed everything nice, and the walls are all nice, and I ripped out the carpet and put in a new floor, and it's a little vinyl planking floor, but it looks like hardwood floor, and it's a beautiful ass room. And then putting it together, it was like, man, I renovated the room in 3 days, and it took me a week to get everything back in order and where it should be and looking good. So whoa, I had to put this interview that I have coming up on my channel off for a couple weeks, but it's still coming. It'll be here this month. Just believe, just have faith. Big name on my channel. Go subscribe. Tony Tone Deaf. Go check out my videos if you're a Zelda fan, Cobra Kai fan. Anything on there that might interest you. So that's about it here. Other than that, I go to work Wednesday.
High quality stuff on his channel.
Yeah, seriously. Like your first video was the Zelda video.
Mm-hmm.
That was, and like I said, I haven't played Zelda since Zelda 2, so I'm kind of like a old school. But that was just, I was like looking at some of those, like the Breath of the Wild. Wow, the graphics and everything, how it's evolved. That was a great video, man.
Thank you.
It wasn't even that. That was his first video. I was like,
yeah.
No, I had my own Zoidberg moment. I was like, this is bad and I should feel bad because I thought about my first video.
Oh, dude. My first video was a cell phone camera video. Yeah, it sure as fuck didn't look like that. But no, you know that exactly, dude. The editing on that first one, it was like, yep, wow.
Came out fucking swinging.
Yeah. Yep, out of the gates. He set the bar high.
He came out on YouTube with his first video, like, I felt like his video was Chris Brown and I was Rihanna's face.
Damn.
I was gonna say the only thing worse than that could have been like Janae Rice in the elevator with Ray Rice.
Shit.
But yeah, that was a that video was a fucking lead pipe to Nancy Kerrigan's kneecap, man. It was a fucking it was a record setter, dude. That was nice. That was a hell of a way to fucking start it out, bro.
It's appreciated, guys, sincerely.
Excellent, man. Well, thank you. I appreciate you being back on again, sir. And last but certainly not least, Steve from Franchise History TV.
What do I got going on this week? Well, I'm kind of busy. I'm always busy, but with work and everything. Actually, this week is my short week of work. But anyways, kind of like transitioning because for one, I'm moving into a better apartment with fancy wood floors and a little freaking a cove for the desk and computer and everything. So that's on the way. I'm gonna buy a new computer. That's on the way. But for as this week, I have one video coming out, and it's about Star Wars. No surprise. And it's kind of my, I don't want to say rant, but basically my kind of saying goodbye to it for not forever, but until it improves. So I have that coming out. And then I'm also trying to live stream more. I might live stream on Thursday. So anybody wants to live stream with me, open an invitation, here it is. So I'm trying to do that more. But that's pretty much it for this week.
You're gonna have a fun time moving into a new house.
Another apartment.
In terms of like making videos, because I moved and my acoustics changed dramatically.
Yeah.
So especially with all those hardwood floors and stuff, you're gonna get a lot of echo. So
yep.
That's gonna be an uphill battle.
That's one thing that terrifies me about moving again is like since I started the channel, I've been in this room. Like this is my office. You know what I mean? Like now I've had to share with the wife since all this bullshit since she's been working from home, but it's like this is my office. Like all my toys are here. There's comic books, there's shit on the walls. This is my office. Like the sound, I've got it to where I think I sound somewhat good. I'm like, all right, now I have to readjust all that again. It's like, so that's why my room in the new house is going to be designed with sound in mind, the area where I do my recording, because I'm gonna have it set up with this is my goal, because I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna have a desk with two setups, double mic.
Hey,
so
Pete,
yeah.
You said we had 21 likes at one point. We have 19 now.
Okay. Well, it was 20. We dropped one already. All right. Because I screenshotted it and got the timestamp and everything. But yeah, so that's my goal, is to set up and have that nice little deal like that to where I can kind of make sure that my acoustics are on point, But yeah, that hardwood floor, that would be a tough battle. You probably have to go ahead, Tony.
Okay, so you want to think of audio like a game of pool. It's all geometry. Okay, so you want to avoid parallel corners. Like if you're set up in a corner, maybe buy one of those cheap pool noodles and throw it in your corner. That way it'll help the reflection bounce off instead of getting trapped in that corner and having the low frequency waves build up on each other, because that's one thing. It makes you sound bad through the mic if that's happening. Also, try not to have your mic right up against a flat wall, and if you can, just a little. It's not like we're recording a studio album, so if you put maybe just a little piece of foil or even a shirt or something to absorb any any waves going over the microphone, it helps a little, especially in a real bright room like you're talking about with the echoing. And the more you get in the room and more you get on the walls and stuff or surrounded, that should help with the echo too, just for what it's worth. But clothes really help. Like put something behind your microphone and that should reduce the echo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some. I was thinking about getting those sound panning things they got on Amazon for like $40, but I might try the clothes.
Clothes are like couple shirts or something that really works.
Yeah.
Or in the garage band days, hang up some blankets.
Yep. I did that when I first had to turn my setup around, because I'm now facing the wall that used to be my backdrop with the Star Wars picture with the lights around it. Mm-hmm. That used to be my backdrop. I'm facing that now. When I first started recording this way, I had a blanket hung over all of that, and I just got sick of doing it. And finally, I just kind of found a I found an area where my voice doesn't kind of reverberate in a way to set the mic up. So I have to move it every day usually. So it's really difficult to get it, but I sit here and I have to tweak it enough to get it back to where it kind of sounds the way it does now. So the smooth, buttery Dorset tones. But that's another story. And Tony, you need to do a tutorial video, it sounds like, down there with all that knowledge, buddy. Seriously. But really, thank you guys so much on the panel for joining us this evening. I truly appreciate you spending your evening here with us in this balmy July night. And I bid you all adieu. In the live chat, Keely Chow, Admiral Tiberius, Flare X, Ray's Double Dong. Let's see. Let's see who else is up here. Who else?
Men's room.
Yeah, men's room. Seth, thank you, brother. I do appreciate it. I need to get back over there and do a recording with you guys too. So thank you all, man, for joining us this evening. I do appreciate you, each and every one. Thank you so much. And if I don't see you, remember, you have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. And we